Welcome to Wales Rally GB for the final day of the 2010 season. With this being the last rally of the year, it's also the end of an era for the latest breed of 2-litre World Rally cars. After 13 years providing us with incredible action and pictures, they will be replaced by totally new models for the 2011 season. But here in Wales, they have once again produced another thrilling race. Loeb leads after the opening 2 days, but by the slenderest of margins, and he's had to push his C4 to the limit and on more than one occasion beyond it. He spun twice yesterday, and it's a hay bale. Citroën privateer Peter Solberg is just 4.8 behind the world champion, and he is desperate for a rally win. He too was on the limit, and like Loeb, his rally hasn't been without incident. But Petter is also in a battle for second place in the championship. Sebastian Ogier began the rally in the driving seat, 11 points ahead of Latvala and 16 in front of Petter. But a roll yesterday brought an end to his rally. And to make things worse, he damaged the roll cage and is unable to return today. Latvala set the pace early on, but he too hit trouble, knocking his rear left tyre off the rim on the opening day. He dropped to 6th, but yesterday put in a charge that sees him start the day 8.6 seconds behind his teammate Hirvonen. If Petter stays second and Jari-Matti makes it to 3rd, then the Finn will take 2nd in the championship. Danny Sordo is still looking for a drive next season and was hoping to impress, but a wrong pace note saw him head into a Welsh field. He starts today 5th, 15 seconds behind Latvala. So this is going down to the wire. Loeb leads Solberg by 4.8 seconds. Hirvonen's 3rd, but Latvala is just 8.6 behind, and he will be desperate to take 3rd from his teammate. The rally is based in the Welsh capital Cardiff, and today the stages are based just over 60 kilometres to the northwest of the city for what could be a thrilling finale. Very damp and overcast conditions await the drivers for the 3rd and final day. And this is what lies ahead. There are 4 stages, totalling just over 76 kilometres. Resulfan is first up, 30 kilometres of wide, fast gravel through the South Wales valleys. They then head into Margam Park, which returns as the grand finale of this rally and the season. The finish in front of the impressive Margam Castle has provided some of the most memorable WRC images over the years. Both stages will be run twice. Just 4 stages to come then as the 2010 season and the current era of WRC cars make their curtain call. Sebastian Loeb starts the final day of the final rally with an advantage of just under 5 seconds. Here we go then, Seb flooring it into the classic Resulfan stage. As we just heard, it's not only the second longest stage of the rally, but also one of the quickest. A thrilling location to stage this exciting fight to the finish. 2 minutes later, it's Petter Solberg's turn to tackle these flat-out flowing roads. As the last outing for these 2-litre WRC cars, it is somewhat apt that the last 2 world champions in these machines are going head-to-head for the final win of the year. Solberg is also currently in pole position in the race to claim 2nd place in the Drivers' Championship. That fight for the runner-up spot behind Loeb in the title race could still change though. Mikko Hirvonen is currently 3rd, and his teammate Jari-Matti Latvala needs to finish in that position here to snatch championship silver from Solberg. Starting the day just 8.6 seconds ahead of Jari. That situation is another subplot to keep an eye on. To the fight at the front though, and despite the changeable grit levels in the forests of Resulfan, the early split times are looking good for Loeb. The world champion started the day fighting.
Sebastian, Sunday morning, this is it, winner takes all. The last split, you were 4 up, 4 quicker than Petter.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. But it was a difficult stage. The grip was not so bad, but changing some time and a lot of hidden corners, so it was not easy. I was hesitating a bit in my driving, so in some places I was good, some less, so we'll see what Petter is doing now.
A slightly worrying start for Petter through the early sectors then. And it's not getting any better for Solberg and British co-driver Chris Patterson through the more narrow technical areas towards the stage finish. Petter has lost a bit of confidence as he bears down on the finish boards. This is not looking good. Ouch, 6.7 seconds lost in stage 17. That's a really disappointing start to the day for Petter. Let's have a word with the Norwegian at the stop control.
Petter, that's a lot of time lost compared to yesterday. 6.7 in one stage. What's going on?
It's just very, very muddy and slippery some places, and it's very, very tricky. And maybe I'm backing off a little bit because of the championship podium. Maybe I'm holding back a little bit, but
back in the stage, Latvala is giving his all to close up on his compatriot Hirvonen for that crucial third place spot. Matti attacking through the slippery final few corners now. He should comfortably beat Mikko. Yep, a strong start to the day for the former leader. Latvala is now just 3.2 seconds behind third place.
Now only 3.2 behind Mikko, and that's valuable third place.
Yeah, it was quite good stage, but towards the middle of the stage, the steering came loose, and I was really a bit concerned about that. And that bit, I lost a few seconds in the midsection because of that, because I was a bit scared.
After the first stage of this final day, Loeb's lead has increased to 11.5 seconds over Solberg. Latvala's edged closer to his teammate Hirvonen, while Danny Sordo and Henning Solberg are still 5th and 6th. Welcome back to South Wales, where the final victory of the year is being fought out between Sebastian Loeb and Petter Solberg. Petter currently 11.5 seconds behind the leader, but there are still plenty of kilometres left to fight back. Into the famous Margam Park stage now, shortened to just over 8 kilometres this season. It might be short, but still has some tricky, narrow sections and inconsistent grip levels to watch out for. Loeb completely focused on the job in hand as the rain begins to fall again. It was in this stage where we so memorably saw Petter win the championship 7 years ago.
Long and slight left over crest, opens long, then keep right over long crest, 20, slight left over crest, 50, cut, slight right, and 6 left plus opens extra long, tightens, keep very over crest, slight right, 6 left, tightens a little, opens over crest, long, tight,
but that was a big impact at the side of the car.
Slow cut,
he's clouted a rock and was really fortunate not to puncture the tyre there. Behind the fight for the win, Mikko Hirvonen still holds third place for now. The BP4 man was soundly beaten by Latvala in Resolven. And although he is fighting back in Margam Park with his teammate needing third place to finish as runner-up in the championship, it's likely we could see team orders before the day is out. Up ahead, Solberg is charging into the Margam Castle grounds that will have such fond memories for the 2003 world champion.
150.
Onto the short tarmac section near the finish. Just a couple of corners to come now. Has that scare cost Petter any time?
50, crest, 80, water splash into turn 1 left minus double tightens, 40. 6 left over crest, half long, keep in over crest, 30. Okay.
Oh dear, that is more bad news for Solberg. He's lost another 2.8 seconds to Loeb. It's another blow. Back to the battle of the BP4 drivers, and there is certainly no sign of team tactics at the moment. Latvala can't match Hirvonen this time. He's just a couple of attempts slower than his teammate, but that means his wait for third spot will go on a little longer. For now, Hirvonen lies just 3.4 seconds ahead of Latvala, but out front it's certainly not been the start Solberg was hoping for. Beaten on both stages so far, Petter is now 14.3 seconds behind the rally leader with just 38 kilometres to run. To the final loop of stages then, and let's get straight back to that fight for the final win of the season. Loeb already holds a 14-second lead here in Wales, so he does at least have a bit of breathing space after his fine performance in the morning loop. The world champion has driven really well in the changing conditions of this treacherous event. Looking at Seb's telemetry here, you can get a sense how hard he's having to work inside the C4. The balance between power and braking points even more crucial on such fast roads with such inconsistent grip.
150 mètres, attention, droite 130 000 pas corde des verts. 80 mètres, droite 120. Bon, sur gauche 130 plus Milon. Sur droite à fond. Et gauche ferme jusqu'à 130 plus 100 mètres.
Loeb looking calm, but there must be high tension in these spectacular roads of Resolven for Solberg and co-driver Chris Patterson. Whatever happens now, this has already been another fine effort from Petter with the limited resources of his privateer outfit.
Tight 5+ tightens. Slight left, opens 100.
Oh, but he's off the road briefly. Petter has been giving it everything today, but the relentless pace has finally forced an error. With such fine margins at stake, that could have been costly.
Yeah, I went off in the third corner of the stage. Went in a ditch for 50 meters, so I pushed very, very hard from the start, and then after I was in a ditch for 50 meters, then I backed off. I started to think a little bit, it's better to try to be a little bit smart here, you know, but... Oh, yeah.
Back to the fight for third place between the two Works 4 drivers. And Latvala is working hard to break Hirvonen's resistance here towards the finish of Resolven. Just over 3 seconds behind, remember, he could do this. Yes, Latvala is in third, so it's now the Finn who's in the position he needs to claim the runner-up spot in the Drivers' Championship. Danny Sordo has had an underwhelming campaign in 2010, losing his position to Sebastian Ogier for next season. The Spaniard has yet to finalise his plans for 2011, still running in 5th. Danny is 3rd fastest in stage 19, but still slower than the two Fords. Just behind Sordo on the leaderboard is Stobart Fords Henning Solberg. 6th place would equal the Norwegian's best result of the season.
300.
Solberg's Stobart teammate Matthew Wilson should again comfortably finish as the leading local driver in Great Britain. Only twice this season has Matt failed to finish in the points, and his consistency should now ensure he secures 7th place in the Drivers' Championship. Kimi Räikkönen has understandably found the going tough in his first full season, switching from Formula 1 to rallying, but surviving the unique dangers of the muddy Welsh roads to claim 8th place would certainly have been one of his strongest displays. With just the final 8-kilometre stage to run then, Solberg is now almost 18 seconds behind the leader. His hopes of winning look very bleak indeed. Behind the fight at the front, Latvala and Hirvonen have swapped places. Welcome back to the final act of the 2010 World Rally Championship. The last stage awaits, but first the conclusion of the SWRC.
The third and final day of a nail-biting Rally Wales and a nail-biting inaugural Super 2000 World Rally Championship. Overnight leader Andreas Mikkelsen took on the day's 4 stages aboard his Skoda Fabia, but couldn't afford to cruise. Jari Ketemar was chasing him and chasing the championship. For Ketemar in second, all he could do was push to the maximum and go for the win, in the hope that title rival Chevy Pons would hit problems. But big pushes carry big risks, and Jari's rally came to an abrupt end on the opening stage of the day. His rally was over, and so too was his championship campaign. Pons' sole remaining challenger for the championship was Patrick Sandell. Like Kettemar, the Swede was pushing hard, taking 3 stage wins over the course of the day, but his power steering problems on day 2 meant he lay over 6 minutes behind Pons. Again, his only hope was problems for the Spaniard. And so, just 4 stages stood between Chevy and the first ever SWRC title. With history in the making, he powered through the day stages, but drove as he has done all year with complete consistency, poised to take the title. Ireland's Craig Breen had cause for celebration. He's shown awesome pace across the weekend in Wales, eventually coming through for second in class. While Andreas Mikkelsen kept his cool to take the rally victory, the 21-year-old Norwegian, a certain star of the future. But it was Chevy Pons who left Wales the happiest man in the SWRC. His bulletproof Ford Fiesta came through the final stage. 3rd place, enough to take the championship. Celebrations in the car and champagne on the podium. Chevy Pons, the 2010 Super 2000 World Rally Champion. So there's confirmation of Andreas' win with Breen 2nd, Pons 3rd and Sandell 4th, with Mikael Kosciuszko in 5th. But there's the important bit. Chevy Pons, the first Super 2000 World Rally Champion, his final winning margin 12 points over Patrick Sandell in 2nd.
Delight for one Ford driver in Wales then. A couple of positions ahead of Pons on the overall leaderboard is BP Ford Abu Dhabi team driver Khalid Al Qasimi. The Emirati will be happy to make it through the Welsh wilderness unscathed, and running 11th might just miss out on a point-scoring finish. Wales also marks the final round of Ken Block's development year as he gets to grips with the unique challenges of the WRC. The American star has been forced to restart under Super Rally rules on the final leg and has impressed, already managing a 7th fastest time through stage 18. It's back to Margan Park now for the final time, and with a lead of almost 18 seconds. Once again, it looks as though Petter Solberg's efforts have been thwarted by another masterful drive from Sebastian Loeb. In some ways, it's only fitting that the man that has dominated the last 7 years of the current WRC car era should claim the final victory for these 2-litre cars. That is Seb's 8th win of the season. Another fine performance from co-driver Daniel Eleanor too. It was a spirited fight from Solberg, but it's the 7-time world champion who claims win number 62 and the final victory for this impressive Citroën C4.
Sebastian Loeb ended Rally GB. It's another victory, but this one's been really, really tough with the battle with Petter.
Yeah, really tough. Petter was going very, very fast since the start of the rally, doing nearly no mistakes, and it was really a difficult, hard battle. This old guy is still very fast. But it was, I enjoyed a lot. It was really great moments, a lot of pleasure in the stages, so it was very good.
So Solberg may just miss out on 2nd in the championship, as well as that elusive 14th victory. Make no mistake though, this has been another terrific performance from the former world champion. Up against the might of the Ford and Citroën works drivers, the worst Petter can do now in his privately entered C4 is a 2nd place finish in Rally GB and a top 3 finish in the championship.
Hey.
Congratulations, Chris.
Hey, nice driving, man. That was cool.
Bronze in the World Championship. Huh?
Spot on, eh? Very pleased.
Oh.
It's been a remarkable season from Petter and the whole of his team.
Good fight. Thank you. Thanks. Oh, yeah.
At the moment then, with Hievinen slipping behind Latvala in the previous test, it's Jari-Matti who's set to claim the 2nd spot in the driver's title. And as his teammate has done for him in the past, Mikko is now backing off to ensure Latvala stays in 3rd. Hievinen plays the team role perfectly, and he'll hope to come back fighting in 2011. Following Sebastian Ogier's costly crash on day 2, the fight for 2nd place in the driver's title has been between Petter Solberg and this man, Jari-Matti Latvala. With his teammate backing off though, Latvala does claim that runner-up spot in the championship. With only 1 non-score, 2 wins and 4 other podiums, it's a deserved result for the talented Ford driver.
I've been dreaming on it, and it was a big surprise for me. Honestly, it's something what I've been dreaming, but of course it's not a victory, but it's I'm still there. That was my target for the for the beginning of the season.
So Sebastian Loeb tops the final leaderboard of the season, beating Petter Solberg by 19.1 seconds. Solberg gets 18 points for second, but Jari-Matti's move up to third earned him 15, which proved to be just enough to claim second place in the Drivers' Championship. But the biggest celebration will be at Citroën.
Seb, congratulations, your emphatic victory here, a great way to end your partnership with the C4.
Yeah, exactly. It was, I will not say important, but for sure, if I could win it, I tried everything to win it because I have so many memories with this car. It was nice to win the last one, so good end of the season.
Loeb finished a considerable 105 points ahead of the rest of the field in the Drivers' Championship, and confirmation there that Latvala claims second for Ford. Petter Solberg is third. And a reminder that it's Citroën who tops the Manufacturers' Championship, a great way to say goodbye to the C4. And talking of the end of an era, the Abu Dhabi Spirit of the Rally Award goes to Pirelli to mark their contribution as the sole tyre supplier over the last 3 years. This may be the end of the season, but there will be lots to keep you entertained at the official website, where you can relive highlights from the 2010 season. And you can have your say about the WRC by taking part in the online survey, which will also give you the chance to win a special edition Chrono Rally eDocs watch. As ever, perfect timekeeping from Sebastian Loeb and Daniel Eleanor, who topped the podium in Wales for a third successive year. We'll see you again in 2011, and we'll leave you with some memories of the last season for the Ford Focus and the Citroën C4.